the subject, let's say, that perceives, that knows, but that isn't a form, isn't a thing. In time, this thought that I am this body, mind, and the sensation, the sense, the me sense dissolves. You just have to be careful not to feed it, not to go along the I thought, not to go with the right. If you do, okay, well, you do, but to, whenever possible, look back at the source. Notice that it is an event that you, which is a non-event, knows it. That it is a thought that you, as a non-thought, knows it. Over and over. Whenever you have a bodily contraction, this bodily contraction will bring your attention, will point your attention to your identification with the body-mind. Because that's how consciousness recalls you, or reminds you of itself through the contraction. So the contraction, rather than trying to fix the contraction, don't go further in trying to repair the contraction. You just remember the contraction is a reminder for you to look at the assumption, the belief that you have accepted at that moment, the position that you have taken at that moment, to be a me and another, a me and the other. And release that. Release it because you know that the me and the other are mentation, that are perception that you have. All perceptions are mentations, images. That's the sadhana, that's the practice, if you want to use that term. That's the demonte, that's the taking apart of the ignorance. In the dream, you can't push the dream. It's like a choreography. The dream is like a choreography that the choreographer composes. So all the players are just playing the various roles and the various lines that are composed by the choreographer. So when you turn your attention to the choreographer, you're taking your cues, from the choreographer, and the choreography works. But when you turn your attention away from the choreographer, then your steps will be not necessarily in harmony with the other characters' steps, and your speech might not be exactly as it is meant to be according to the choreographer. So you can live the dream taking your cues from the divine. The divine is the openness of being, the presence, not... You really cannot describe the divine, but it's the absence of the me, of following the I path, the me path, me as a separate person path. When you are following the me path, that I am this person, and with all her concerns or his concerns, you are not following, you're not listening to the choreographer. It might seem in the beginning that when you let go of following the path of the I thought, that, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to be lost. It's an impression. It's opposite. You are lost when you are following the I thought, the me concerns. But the impression when you are in the me thought, that if you let go of the me thought, that something bad is going to happen to you. That's the tricky part about how it works. But nothing bad happens to you what you truly are. Because you are what you are. You are beingness. But from the separate self point of view, you are a character in time, living in time. You have to be very careful what you do so that you live longer or whatever, or you have a safer life. And so from that point of view, from the point of view of the separate self, control is very important. Running the show, like constantly being in the driver's seat and driving really, really carefully, is very, very important. Because your life is at stake. Your existence as that character, as that person, is at stake. And so you can't let go. You can't not follow the path of the I thought. So it sort of feeds itself. It's like a weave. It's a weaved sweater. All the strings, all the weaving are tied into each other. You pull one. They're all connected. But it's this whole show, this separate self show, all the I thought, is your dream. Arises to you. You, the presence, you beingness, not a form. You're not a form. The form arises to you, so the dream form, the dream character arises to you. So you can surrender in the dream, let go of the control, give it to consciousness. Trust consciousness. Get your cues from the choreographer, and you would see the dream becomes a happy dream. Because the divine is happiness. Consciousness is peace and happiness. It's freedom. It's It's complete freedom. It's the only meaning of freedom. Is consciousness, knowing itself. So the way in your dream, in your life, to get your cues from the choreographer is to go with the happiness. Go with what's most harmonious, what feels happy, what's easy, what's relaxing, what's also still. There's a stillness about it. Not too much movement. There's a restful quality to it. So follow the restful. The more you trust that, and the less you trust the I thought at all, you will find more happiness in your life. Meaning in the dream, meaning this would be happier. Because you're getting closer to the source, and the source is happiness. Peace, freedom, peace, and happiness.
So are you saying that we have a choice to either continue to live the dream or wake up
Yes,
from the dream?
of course. Whenever you perceive a contraction, you have a choice. Whenever you perceive an unhappiness, you have a choice. The choice comes from your perception. When you don't perceive unhappiness, okay, you have no choice. You know what I mean? You wake up to it later and say, oh my God, I was unhappy yesterday. But okay, yes, yesterday is yesterday. But whenever you perceive a contraction, you have a choice.
So if there was a magic pill that would wake you up from the dream or potentially develop a new character?
There is a magical pill which is consciousness,
Right.
but it doesn't wake you up to a new character. It wakes you to consciousness. Okay. A character is but first things first. First, it wakes you up to consciousness, and then you can be a character, right? And I guess this is the character Magdi. I guess, this is character Magdi in satsang. I guess you could say that's a character, but not really. Yeah, I mean it's just an appearance. It seems to be a character. So yes, the magic pill is consciousness, meaning realizing that you are consciousness, that there is a choice. You have the choice of continuing with the, me and him and me and her, and why did this and why did she do that, whatever, with the I thought. Oh my God, what's going to happen to me? Why did they do that to me? Why did they do that to them? Whatever. Yes? You have a choice of continuing that, and you see how it tastes like and what it feels like, because consciousness is very honest. It will